Imagine waking up one day and realizing that everything you've been through, every challenge, every setback, every moment of doubt has led you to this exact moment. Think about that for a second. What if you were meant to be here right now? What if you were meant to hear these words, not by accident, but because this is the message you need at this point in your life? Life has a strange way of guiding us, even when we don't see the signs. Sometimes we stumble upon the right words at the right time. We hear something that shakes us, something that reminds us of who we are and where we're supposed to be headed. Maybe this is that moment for you. Maybe this is the sign you've been waiting for. Have you ever felt stuck, like you were made for more but didn't know how to reach it? Have you ever needed a push, a reminder that you are stronger than your... If so, listen closely, because what you're about to hear isn't just another speech. It's a message that was meant to find you. And now the real question is, what will you do with it? Every moment in life carries meaning, even the ones that seem insignificant. The idea that you were meant to find this video is not just a random thought. It is a deeper truth about the way life unfolds. Some call it fate, others call it divine intervention, and some simply believe in the power of the subconscious mind leading us to what we need. Whatever perspective you take, the fact remains that moments of clarity, motivation, or realization do not happen by chance. They come at the exact time we need them most, whether we recognize it immediately or not. There are times when life feels like a series of disconnected events, but when we look back, patterns emerge. The right people entered our lives when we needed guidance. The right opportunities appeared when we were finally ready to take them. And sometimes the smallest, most random encounters led to the biggest breakthroughs. This is the essence of destiny and purpose. Everything is connected in ways we cannot always see. Think about the times when you have stumbled upon something, a book, a quote, a conversation, that shifted your perspective. Was it truly random, or was it placed in your path at the exact moment you needed it? When you find yourself watching a video, listening to a speech, or reading words that resonate deeply, it is not just content, it is a message meant for you. You may have been searching for answers, even if you were not aware of it. The questions you have, the doubts you carry, and the struggles you face are all part of your journey, and sometimes life sends you signs to remind you that you are not alone. Destiny does not mean that everything is predetermined or that we have no control over our lives. It means that there are moments and opportunities placed before us, but it is up to us to recognize them and act upon them. You finding this message means something. Maybe it is a wake-up call, a push in the right direction, or a sign that you need to stop hesitating and start moving forward. When we acknowledge that life is not random, we begin to see purpose in every experience. Even hardships take on new meaning. They become lessons rather than obstacles, growth rather than setbacks. People often overlook the signs life gives them because they are expecting something bigger or more obvious. They wait for a miracle or a dramatic shift when in reality, the most powerful messages come in whispers, not shouts. This is one of those whispers. It is a moment meant to remind you that you are not lost. You are exactly where you need to be. The question now is, what will you do with this realization? Destiny is not just about finding the message, it is about acting on it. You have a choice to dismiss this as just another video, or to take it as a reminder that your life is unfolding in a way that is meant for you. Life has a way of delivering messages at the exact moment we need them, even if we don't recognize their significance right away. The concept of divine timing suggests that everything happens for a reason and at the perfect time. When we encounter something that deeply resonates with us, a video, a conversation, or a moment of inspiration, it is not a coincidence. It is a sign that we are being guided towards something greater. This unseen force, whether we call it destiny, faith, or the universe, ensures that we receive the right message at the right time. Many people go through life searching for answers, clarity, or direction. They question whether they are on the right path or making the right decisions. Sometimes they feel lost, stuck, or overwhelmed. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, they come across something that speaks directly to their situation. It feels as though the universe is speaking to them, giving them exactly what they need to hear in that moment. This is divine timing at work. When the right message finds you, not because you were looking for it, but because it was meant for you. Divine timing does not mean that everything will always happen the way we want or expect. In fact, it often works in ways that seem confusing or frustrating at first. People may experience delays, setbacks, or closed doors, only to later realize that those obstacles were actually blessings in disguise. What seemed like rejection was actually redirection. What felt like a failure was actually preparation for something better. Timing is everything, and sometimes not getting what we want immediately is part of a greater plan that we cannot yet see. There are moments in life when we are ready for change but do not know how to move forward. We might be waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect set of circumstances. However, divine timing teaches us that the perfect moment is not something we create, it is something that presents itself when we are truly ready. And when that moment arrives, it is up to us to recognize it and take action. The people we meet, the experiences we go through, and the lessons we learn are all part of a carefully woven pattern. If we pay attention, we will see how certain moments connect and how past struggles prepared us for future success. The video, the speech, the words that touched your soul, they did not find you by accident. They were placed in your path as part of a greater design, a reminder that you are on the right track even when things seem uncertain. Trusting divine timing requires patience and faith. It means letting go of the need to control every detail and instead believing that what is meant for you will not pass you by. When the right message arrives, it is not just meant to inspire you, it is meant to awaken something within you. The timing is perfect because it was always meant to be. Fear and doubt are some of the most powerful forces that hold people back from achieving their true potential. They create invisible barriers, making even the simplest tasks feel impossible. When faced with uncertainty, many people begin to question themselves. Am I good enough? What if I fail? What if things don't go as planned? These thoughts can be overwhelming, leading to hesitation, procrastination, and sometimes complete inaction. However, fear and doubt are not signs that you should stop. They are signs that you are on the verge of something great. They exist to challenge you, to force you to grow, and to push you beyond your comfort zone. Every person who has ever achieved something significant has faced fear and doubt. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward despite it. Fear tricks the mind into believing that the worst possible outcome is inevitable. But in reality, most of the things we fear never actually happen. The mind amplifies these negative possibilities, keeping us trapped in a cycle of overthinking. The key to overcoming fear is action. The moment you take a step forward, no matter how small, fear begins to lose its grip. Doubt, on the other hand, is a quiet enemy. It whispers in the background, making you question whether you have what it takes. It convinces you that you are not ready, that you need more time, more skills, more resources. But the truth is, you will never feel 100% ready. Growth happens in the process, not before it begins. Some of the greatest breakthroughs in life come from people who started before they felt ready. The perfect moment does not exist, and waiting for it only leads to missed opportunities. One of the most important things to understand about fear and doubt is that they often appear strongest right before a breakthrough. When you are on the edge of something new, whether it's a career change, a personal goal, or a major life decision, fear will try to convince you to turn back. This is a test. It is a moment where you must decide whether you will give in to the uncertainty or push through it. The discomfort of facing fear is temporary, but the regret of not trying can last a lifetime. It is easy to look at others who have achieved success and assume they had it all figured out from the start. But if you could see behind the scenes, you would realize that they face the same fears and doubts as you. You would be doomed. The difference is, they chose to act. They chose to silence the voice of fear by proving it wrong. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you build by consistently facing challenges and overcoming them. You are stronger than your fears. You are more capable than your doubts suggest. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the courage to take the first step. Fear and doubt will always exist, but they do not have to control you. The power to break free is already within you. Dreams, ambitions, and goals remain unfulfilled, not because they are impossible, but because people hesitate to take action. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is not filled with luck or talent. It is built through consistent effort and the willingness to take the first step. Many people spend years waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for a sign, or waiting until they feel ready. But readiness is a myth. No one ever truly feels prepared for the challenges that come with chasing their dreams. The only way to become ready is to start. Fear of failure is one of the biggest reasons people do not take action. The mind creates endless scenarios of what could go wrong, making even the smallest steps feel like massive risks. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of it. Every successful person has failed more times than they can count. What separates them from the rest is their ability to keep moving forward despite those failures. Every mistake, every setback, and every rejection is a lesson that brings you closer to success. The sooner you start taking action, the sooner you begin learning and improving. Another reason people hesitate is the overwhelming nature of big goals. When you look at the final destination, it can seem impossible to reach. But no great achievement happens overnight. Progress is made through small, consistent actions. The key is to break your goal into smaller steps and focus on what you can do today. One step turns into two turn into 10, and before you know it, you are much closer to your dream than you ever thought possible. Excuses are another barrier to action. People convince themselves that they do not have enough time, money, or resources to start. They compare themselves to others who seem to have more advantages and believe they cannot compete. But success is not about having perfect conditions. It is about making the most of what you have. Some of the most successful people in history started with nothing but a dream and the determination to work for it. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is not external circumstances, it is the willingness to take action despite them. Procrastination is also a silent dream killer. People tell themselves they will start tomorrow, next week, or next year, but time moves fast, and before they realize it, years have passed with nothing to show for it. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is today. Action creates momentum, and once you begin, it becomes easier to keep going. The truth is, you will never achieve your goals by thinking about them alone. Inspiration is important, but it must be followed by movement. The more you take action, the more you learn, grow, and adapt. Success is not about having all the answers in advance. It is about being willing to figure things out along the way. Life often feels uncertain, unpredictable, and filled with unexpected twists and turns. It is easy to believe that things are out of control, that plans fall apart without reason, and that setbacks mean failure. However, when we take a step back and look at the bigger picture, we begin to see that every experience, good or bad, plays a role in shaping who we are. Trusting the journey means believing that everything happens for a reason, even when the reason is not immediately clear. People often struggle with uncertainty because they want answers right away. They want to know if their choices will lead to success or failure, if their efforts will be worth it, and if they are making the right decisions. But life does not always provide immediate clarity. Sometimes, the only way to understand something is to go through it. The challenges, struggles, and even failures are not roadblocks. They are lessons designed to help us grow. When things do not go as planned, it is natural to feel frustrated or discouraged. Many people see obstacles as signs that they should give up, but in reality, setbacks are often redirections. What seems like failure in the moment may actually be leading to something better. People who have achieved great success often share stories of rejection, disappointment, and struggle. Looking back, they realize that every difficulty prepared them for what was coming next. The job they did not get, the relationship that ended, the opportunity that fell through. These moments were not punishments, but stepping stones towards something greater. Patience is an important part of trusting the journey. Society teaches us to chase instant results and immediate gratification, but true success takes time. Growth is a process that cannot be rushed. A seed does not become a tree overnight, and neither does personal transformation. Every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. The moments of waiting, struggling, and even failing are not wasted. They are part of the foundation being built for future success. Comparison is another reason people struggle to trust the journey. It is easy to look at others who seem to be ahead and feel like we are falling behind. But everyone's path is different. Some people find success early, while others take longer to discover their purpose. The important thing is to focus on personal growth rather than measuring progress against someone else's timeline. The journey is unique for everyone, and what matters most is continuing to move forward at your own pace. Fear of the unknown is one of the biggest obstacles to trusting the journey. People hesitate to take risks because they do not know what will happen. But uncertainty is not a reason to stop. It is a reason to keep going. The most rewarding moments in life often come from stepping into the unknown, facing challenges, and discovering new possibilities. When you trust the journey, you realize that even the difficult moments are working in your favor. Life is unfolding exactly as it should, leading you to where you are meant to be. Every person reaches moments in life where they are faced with a decision that could change everything. These choices can be small or life-altering, but each one carries the power to shape the future. The truth is, no matter how much inspiration or motivation a person receives, nothing will change unless they make a choice to act on it. This is the power of choice, an ability that determines whether someone remains stuck in the same place or moves forward toward their goals and dreams. Many people do not realize how much control they have over their lives. They wait for circumstances to change, for the right time, or for someone else to give them permission to go after what they want. But waiting is a choice too, a choice to remain where they are instead of taking a step forward. Every day is filled with choices, and even the smallest ones can lead to significant change over time. Choosing to wake up earlier, to work on a skill, to take a risk, or to step out of a comfort zone may seem insignificant at first, but these decisions add up. Over time, they shape a person's path in ways they never could have imagined. Fear and doubt often make people hesitate when it comes to making decisions. The mind creates endless what-if scenarios. What if it does not work out? What if I fail? What if I regret my decision? These thoughts keep people trapped in indecision, making them believe that avoiding a choice is safer than making the wrong one. But avoiding a decision does not protect anyone from failure. It only guarantees that nothing will change. Growth, success, and progress all come from making choices. learning from them, and adjusting along the way. Another challenge people face is the pressure of making the perfect choice. They believe that one wrong move will ruin everything, so they hesitate, overanalyze, and delay action. But the truth is, there is rarely a perfect choice. Life is not about picking the one correct path. It is about making a choice and then committing to it with determination and effort. Mistakes and setbacks will happen, but they do not define a person. What matters most is how they respond. Every choice teaches a lesson, and every lesson brings growth. Opportunities do not wait forever. When a chance presents itself, it is up to the individual to decide whether to take it or let it pass by. Life will always present options, but it is the choices that determine where a person ends up. Some people let fear hold them back, while others use it as fuel to push forward. The difference is not in ability or talent. It is in the willingness to choose action over hesitation. A person's future is not decided by luck or fate alone. It is built through choices made each day. Choosing to believe in oneself, choosing to take risks, choosing to keep going even when it is difficult. These decisions shape a life. No one else can make them, and no one else will live with their consequences. The power of choice belongs to each individual, and what they do with it determines everything. Everything you have heard today is more than just words. It is a message, a reminder, and perhaps even a wake-up call. You did not find this by accident. You were meant to hear this because deep down, you know you are capable of more. You know that fear and doubt are just illusions, that timing is not an excuse, and that every decision you make shapes your future. Life is not a series of coincidences. It is a journey filled with signs, lessons, and opportunities. But those opportunities mean nothing unless you act on them. The power to change your life has always been in your hands. The question is, will you use it? Will you trust that everything you have been through has prepared you for this moment? Will you take that step forward even if it scares you? You were meant to find this message. You were meant to be reminded of your strength, your purpose, and your potential. But what happens next is up to you. You can walk away and forget what you heard, or you can choose to step into the life that was meant for you. The choice is yours.